Why aren't you texting me back? Why aren't you calling me? Do you even love me? All this stuff.
Wow. Not the do you even love me? Damn.
She cocked me! And they said, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
What I should have done was face the dude and see the back of my wife's head, because what sunk me was...
What?
Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan. I'm Dirty Dan. I don't know what you mean. I'm Dirty Dan.
It's absolutely amazing.
I'm Dirty Dan.
Whoa, Dirty Dan.
I thought I liked being cucked. I didn't. All right. We're going to hear his confessions. I guess this guy went through a cuck phase. Thought it was cool. I don't know why he would ever think that shit was cool, or I don't understand why that's a phase, but different strokes for different folks, pun intended.
Talk a little bit about my experience being cocked, particularly something that happened between me and my ex-wife. Now, before I begin, there are two things that you need to know about my ex-wife. Okay, number one, she loved getting jiggy with it, right? She loved it. She was like an animal. And she died. So that was kind of like a...
Damn, wait. And she died. Wait, huh? Okay, sir. I'm going to need for you to elaborate. Because just off of that context, and just off of the way you look, the hairline, the haircut, you just telling this story, I'm starting to think did you kill her? I might be jumping the gun though. Let's continue. We're only 26 seconds in.
A chicken and the egg scenario, divorce, death, which came first. But point is, whichever way you slice it, she's out of my life. I never knew if your partner dies, does that automatically mean they're your ex? But anyway, this is not normally a story that I probably would feel comfortable telling because it's very personal, right? But the reason that I wanted to tell it was because I don't know if you guys have noticed.
One thing I did notice, it looked like you just shaved your head and everything for this video, and you didn't even take the time to like wash off the dead hair. It looked like that shit's still all over your face. That's why you keep wiping. And I'm noticing that.
But I've sort of been blowing up lately, and so I feel like now I have a little bit more of a platform, and that allows me to sort of provide people a perspective on things that they wouldn't normally see. For example, cucking is kind of a joke, right? It's sort of considered a punchline in our culture. And for me, it's the exact opposite, because I have...
I want to say I don't want to know what culture. I would say, what culture is that?
Always struggled with insecurity, dysfunction in the bedroom, and everywhere else. I mean, if you've watched this YouTube channel for more than 5 seconds, you probably could tell that I'm very mentally ill, right? So cucking for me is sort of more of a therapeutic exercise, right? It's sort of an emotional, ritualistic sort of thing. And basically, like I said, I had a very, very difficult time my entire life sort of making it happen in the terms of intimacy. And so it really wasn't until my ex-wife and I got together and then really got to know each other and got comfortable with each other that I was able to have anything remotely resembling physical intimacy. And so even when it was good, even when it was the best night that we had, I was still...
Yes.
It would be over, and I would think, I would obsess over, were you faking it? Would you rather be with somebody else? Do you wish it was your ex? All this stuff. And I would...
See, that's the one thing, and I know he already said he has mental illness, and clearly we can tell this nigga's unstable. So yeah, it's therapeutic for him watching his partner get fucked, but because he feels inadequate, even after he's finished, he's having these thoughts in his mind like, oh, did you like it? Was you thinking about me? Was you thinking about your ex? He has other insecurities that he's battling that probably ain't got really shit to do with her. She just likes to fuck, and you're fucking her, so you shouldn't be worried about who had it first, last, and maybe you know what I mean, like or whatever. Like, why is your mind there?
I would grill her basically every night about all these things. And then that started to spill over into my daily life. That would become, are you cheating on me? Why aren't you texting me back? Why aren't you calling me? Do you even love me? All this stuff.
Wow. Not the do you even love me? Damn. Sheesh. That's tough. She was definitely thinking about her ex. More than likely, yeah. With this type of energy you're exhibiting, yeah. Definitely thinking about ex or a co-worker, anybody besides you, buddy. Because yeah, you got the wrong energy you're giving off.
And it got very, 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 very difficult for both of us, and that really started to sort of fray our relationship, and it started to. I remember very vividly one night I had a dream. That's not like Martin Luther King, not that kind of dream. I hope he didn't have a dream like this, because otherwise he would be pretty freaky. Well, I don't know, he's kind of hot, maybe it's... Anyway, I had a dream. Now I can't stop thinking about Martin Luther King. I had a nightmare.
This nigga weird, bro. This nigga weird. Yeah. This nigga makes me uncomfortable. I feel like he's definitely the type. He's giving off the energy as he did something to his wife. He definitely probably got her out the way. Yeah. You heard what he said. He deadass just said that. He ain't right. Look at this face. This nigga's not right. This nigga is not healthy.
Let's say that. I have a nightmare. Evil Dr. King, right? I had a nightmare where my wife was engaging in an act of physical
That nigga said, yeah, this is how you get something wrong with this nigga. Something is wrong with you, sir. You need to be watched. You shouldn't be making this video. This feels like it's a manifesto or something.
Engaging in an act of physical intimacy in front of me, and I couldn't do anything about it, and she was doing it to humiliate me. She was tormenting me with it, right? And it started to become a recurring nightmare.
Why do you have nightmares like that? That your wife is fucking somebody and you can't do anything to stop it? Why do you have those nightmares? And if that's a nightmare for you, why did you make that nightmare your reality and allow that to be a real thing? Huh?
And eventually I brought this up to her and I said, I've been having this dream where you, at the time I didn't know exactly that that's what it was called, cucking. But I told her, I have been having this nightmare where you physically, or you torment me,
Tory Baby isn't racist, but said this sounds like small dick energy.
I don't want to get YouTube to get all pissy with me, but yeah, basically, yeah, I told her, and she
Definitely.
said, I thought she would think it was funny, but she really did not. And she said, you know what? I am getting sick of you having this idea of me in your head, this figment of your imagination who is evil, right? You have invented a version of me that is evil and is trying to ruin your life, and you think that's me, right? You projected that onto me.
And that's 100% true. Why that bitch probably left you? Like, why do you keep on thinking I want to go fuck on somebody else? If I was going to do that, nigga, I wouldn't even be with you. Is what she was trying to get to you. Like, you keep on thinking that I'm this evil person that's, you know, making you feel inadequate when it's just you. You your own enemy, my nigga. You and your own weird fucking cuck thoughts. Meanwhile, I'm over here just chilling.
Poor
Well, she's
baby is
over there
racist, but
chilling and
said
shit.
he definitely is convinced that he is incapable of pleasing anyone.
Meanwhile, the wife or ex-wife was just sitting there like, bro, you good? You know what I'm saying? Probably being regular as shit, you know, going, if she had a job, going to work, had some work friends, you know, living a regular life, still probably coming home to you every night type shit. And you still feel like, yeah, you're still thinking about Todd, huh? Nigga, what? What even gave you that idea? You just manifest that shit in your brain and just brought it to the table just because you just had a random cuck nightmare.
So
That's
was causing
weird,
all the
bro.
problems in our relationship. And at the time, I was sort of like, okay, lesson learned. Don't tell you anything ever again, right? Zip. But, you know, after I started to think about it and I started to realize she was exactly right. I was right on the money. And I sort of sat with this for a little bit, and I you know I started to I worked with my therapist trying to figure out how to sort of get this evil version of her out of my head. But it was just, it's very, very deep-seated problems that I have. So basically, one night we had an argument. And it was about something so dumb, I don't even remember what it was, but basically the you know how it's like every argument isn't really about the thing that it's about. It's about it's like most couples have the same argument over and over again their entire relationship, right? Same thing. And that's definitely the case with us. And it got to a point where she said, what
No.
we cannot
No, not really.
We cannot continue going on like this. So we have to either do something or end it. And I, as a joke, said, well, why don't we have a threesome, you know? And I was expecting her to laugh. I was trying to break the tension.
That wasn't a joke. Because why would you even bring that up at a random point in an argument? That's not a joke. It's just some random weird shit that you just said. But it's not a joke.
With that.
Where's the punchline?
But
where's the funny part?
Her reaction was like, really? And I could tell that she was actually interested. And I said, well, I was joking, but you know, if you
definitely not a joke.
I was at a place where I feel like I'm such a pathetic loser in relationships. I was at a place where I was ready to do anything. You're going to probably hear the rest of the story and you're going to say, you're so stupid. But you have to understand, I was in a place where I would do anything to just have her love me again, right? I would do anything to have her to...
Desperate for validation, seeking validation.
To just fix it. And I didn't know at the time, nothing will do that. It's not possible. But, so, when I said the threesome remark, and she said she was interested, I said, you know, I was just joking. But if you are interested, then I'll think about it. And she said,
Tori
you know
Baby
what?
is racist, but said Homelander Jr.
And the reason why she said that was because this is probably important context I should have mentioned earlier. She
are the check-ins not working?
Was polyamorous before we got married. So she sort of lived her whole life, you know, slinging it all around town, and everybody was just supposed to be fine with that, you know. And I said,
That's actually not what poly means. That means she's just slinging it around town. That means if she's in a relationship, she's not monogamous. So she's going to have another partner, probably a friend or someone that she knows of. So it doesn't mean she's just a whore, just fucking everybody. This means if she's in a relationship, she's basically in a, not even really an open relationship. It's like an open relationship with extra steps. meaning she only fucks one or two other people that the first partner actually the only partner knows about. But continue, weird nigga. I know you don't get it. Yeah, the check-ins ain't working. Let me see something.
Made that an ultimatum. I said I cannot do that. So either it's probably not going to work between us.
Let me see.
We fell so in love that she was willing to give that up for me. And talking about it now, I don't think I ever really appreciated that the way that I should have. And that's my bad.
That's my
I
bad.
did a lot of things wrong up until this point, right? Well, and still. Anyway, she said, okay, let's do a threesome. So I was like, okay, sort of hesitantly, but I figured I could let her have this because she gave in to me to get married, and so I can give in to her a little bit. Compromise, right? So I sat with it for a few more days, and then I came to her. I had sort of, I do a lot of surfing on the internet, and so it's almost impossible to not find something about cucking.
Why are you gay?
Or shape or form, And I had sort of stumbled into it.
Great question for him.
To a Reddit.
Okay, it works now. I just had to refresh it.
And it was very cool. There were very like-minded people, and we all sort of shared similar.
Good though, black ass trail. Word, brother.
Problems. And so I had sort of been as I was thinking about the threesome,
Suck a dick.
Really
God damn!
Feel like that would be good because I can barely make one person happy in the sack, let alone two. So I said to her, what if instead of a threesome, you get with somebody else and you do it in front of me and I watch, right?
Wow. That was your alternative? That's what you rather have? Chilling, life with life right now. I feel that, brother. As long as you coasting and maintaining, bro. Taking it day by day.
And at first she laughed. This wasn't a joke. She thought this one was a joke. And she said,
oh yeah, so if you are lost, we watching this, we're reacting to this nigga. He is a cuck. He thought he liked being a cuck, and he doesn't like being a cuck. And he lost his ex-wife. His ex-wife also died. He didn't say how she died, but the energy he's giving off kind of sounds like he killed her. But I'm not trying to jump the gun. I'm letting him tell his cuck story, his cuck tales. Yeah, it's his ex-wife that died. So he's talking about how he used to get cucked and don't like it no more, and now she's dead. And you know what I'm saying? The story sounds fucking wild, right? So I'm like, all right, well, elaborate, my nigga, because that's a crazy segue. That's what he like, yeah, nah, he did. That's what I'm like, I don't, nigga, and the way he's moving, the way he sounds, just hearing him talk for 9 minutes, it's like a 20-minute video. I wouldn't be surprised if this nigga turns out to be the cuck killer.
He's a classic serial cuck killer who looks like Agent 47 on drugs.
That is like the perfect summary of this nigga. Literally the perfect summary.
you want me to cuck you?
Why? No. Wait. Why do we come back in this? As soon as he unpause, we say, "Nigga."
And
no.
I said, "Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's. I know it's considered a joke, but I said, yeah. I mean, I feel like maybe there's a concept in therapy called exposure therapy, okay? And that is basically when if you have a fear or a phobia, you expose yourself to the fear or phobia so that you see it's not a big deal and you get over it. So if you're afraid of bees, kick a bee's nest. If you're a germaphobe, stick a sandwich in a toilet and eat it, or lick your own. I don't know.
I don't think that's a real thing, bro. Now, I'm no therapist. I'm no doctor. But you mean to tell me exposure therapy. Yeah, it's true. My aunt was scared of dogs, and she did that therapy, and now she loves dogs. That's not how that works. I'm pretty sure there is a way, but the way he's explaining it, or the way he's trying, or the way I guess he interpreted, I don't think that's the right way to go about it. I'm pretty sure there is a way of like if you do have a phobia or scared, yeah, if you have a phobia of something, there is a way to like gradually get over it. But he's talking about like, okay, say if you got a fear of spiders, for example, we're gonna use Tay. Tay does not like spiders at all. So you mean to tell me if a therapist that says, "Hey Tay, here's a whole fucking colony of spiders. Just stick your hand in it and let it crawl up your arm. It'll make you feel better." All that's going to do is give that woman trauma and everyone around her killed. So there's certain ways you go about it. So you mean if you're a germaphobe, stick a sandwich in the toilet and eat it? Nah, nigga. You scared of bees? Kick a hornet's nest? Nah, nigga. So and that's why we are where we're at, and why I guess that exposure therapy didn't work, because look at where we're at right now. He's doing this video. This nigga had a fear of being cucked. Oh no, a fear of being cucked. So let me be cucked in real life to see that it's not a big idea. It's not that far, but they will slow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They'll slowly introduce it to you, like maybe in like slow forms of format, or showing you in a controlled area. Like, yeah, let's say if you are scared of a bee, they'll have it in a controlled area where there's a bee inside of a little box with holes in it, where the bee is completely fine but it can't touch you. You know what I'm saying? Small things like that. Like even certain people that are scared of the water, you know what I'm saying? They'll just slowly have you, in like little public pools and move to like shallow, you know what I'm saying? There's slow ways they wean niggas into that. But the way he talking about it on some extreme and shit, that'll only do more damage than good. Or was hypnotized. I don't know. Or was hypnotized. But she saw therapy, and now she's chilling with doggos. Yeah, I have no doubt that exposure therapy is good and it does work, but not the way this nigga explaining it, or I guess how he interpreted from his therapist. Yeah, the way he said it was wild. I had a fear of bees until I realized how important bees are. Um, but watch the hornets fuck them motherfuckers with a 12 and a shotgun.
Point is, you expose yourself to the phobia.
That's because of your hair.
And then you see that it's not a big deal. So I said, my worst nightmare, literally, my worst nightmare is that I'm getting cocked. So what if it
mine getting
and
cocked.
then I'm like, okay, the worst thing that could ever happen happened. Now we can move
That's
on. Now
crazy. That's your worst fear?
Fear of this thing happening constantly, and we can actually have a good marriage. It was a good idea. Even now that I'm saying it again, it seems like a good idea. But okay, so I presented this to her with all my reasoning, and she said, okay. And she was really interested. A little too interested. That was probably the first red flag, but at the time I didn't really. So the next question became, should we pick somebody who we both know or a stranger? And at first I thought it would be better with somebody that we knew, because then we can sort of talk about it and process things and all have a
You stupid white pasty monkey.
Therapy, Look at me now. I'm becoming poly, and I got tricked into it. Anyway, then we sort of started to realize, well, if we were going down the list of people who were contenders from our social circles, and I was realizing I can't start going to trivia night and picturing you railing my wife every single time I'm trying to figure out who the 12th president was. So we said maybe it would be better to have a stranger. But then that became a daunting task in and of itself because we were sort of like and everything surrounding.
I don't even really
It's a
watch movies
psychological
at the
thing.
movies, but that movie,
So
nigga,
she said,
and I need to
"Okay,"
steal me
you
a
know?
poster.
And I said, I promise it is okay. Never say that. So we picked out a date.
My bad.
She picked
Sorry
out a
about
date
that.
and said,
I know
"We're
we
gonna
was
do this,"
immersed.
and
My
that was
bad.
what I wanted, you know. So she said, "We're gonna do this here. It's gonna be at the house."
Did you see the
Another
boxing
mistake.
for the premiere?
It's gonna be with this person who I found on Hinge,
Nah, I didn't even see that shit.
and there we go. It's gonna be great.
I didn't even peep that.
So that night comes, and I'm very, 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 very nervous. You know, I'm sort of that's anxiety inducing, you know, but another mistake that I made was that I sort of had an
It's at
attitude
12.
of just power through it.
12:35.
It's like mouthwash. You know, the pain means that it's working. This is supposed to hurt. So the pain is good.
Because they're
So get up
only
and get
actually
through it.
allowed to release
So
it.
I probably would have stopped
you know, 'cause it
sooner
comes out
had I had all the information that I have now
on
in
the
the future. but I
Friday,
didn't.
but they're
So
only allowed to release it that
the
day
time
of.
rolls around. You know, I can't focus at work because I'm thinking about it, and then the night rolls around. It was a Friday night, and there's a knock at the door. He's here, right?
Actually, let me see.
She
What
had
time
told
do
me
I go
she'd
to work?
never met this guy before, and she was acting.
Pretty
like
sure I
she
go
had
at
never
10.
Met this guy before, but as soon as she opened the door, I could swear there was a little bit of it was like a flicker of recognition. You know, it was like they said, "Oh, nice to meet you. You know, hi, how are you? My name's so and so," but the look in her eye seemed like she knew who this person was. But I can't say anything because I'm gonna sound like a crazy person. But that was sort of a stomach drop moment. You know, but I
says
said,
bring a
no, it's all in your head because I'm paranoid about everything else. How do I know what's right and what's not? That's my torment in life.
No, I know what's right and what's not.
So I said, okay, whatever.
You're a fucking grown man. You
He
should know
comes
it.
in.
Niggas,
And you know, they're sort of like, well, should we
I forgot,
do small
he's a
talk or
little-
do you want to get into
so
it? We
weird.
had put out a little charcuterie board. You know, my wife likes doing that kind of stuff.
it says
Probably
there's a
should've been another
2-drink
red flag how
minimum.
into it she was getting, you know, it was like it was going to be a date. She had lit candles and, you know, cheese
I don't
and
really
all
be
this
having
stuff
shit
and
for real.
wine. So he starts having crackers.
Give me a double shot of tequila.
Talking about all just the weather and all that stuff. And then eventually they say, okay, it's time. Like they started acting like they had been talking about this before, and maybe that wasn't what they had. That wasn't exactly something that I had said. No, that's for no. But still, it was weird that it seemed like they were the team, and I wasn't. I guess I'm complaining about exactly what I wanted, and I told her that. But I don't know. It's just all these things were starting to. I was starting to really, 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 really get agitated and anxious, and I should have stopped it. I should have said, no, I don't want to do this anymore, but I didn't.
Sounds like a killer. Sounds like someone who just got pushed over the edge. He didn't have his meds. And he killed that woman. Because he couldn't
Stand user.
stand user. Yeah. Yeah. If you couldn't handle it being a nightmare, why would you think it would be better to confront it in reality? Knowing your mental capability, and capacity. It don't seem like the smartest choice, bucko.
Because I thought that was supposed to be good. I thought that was the way it was supposed to go. So they say, okay, we are going to start. Let's go in the bedroom. So I walked in, and I felt like I was about to puke. I sit in a chair that we had positioned there.
Why are you gay?
Chair, right? I sit down, and knowing probably what I should have done was face the dude and see the back of my wife's head, because what sunk me was
What? What? So you're okay with locking eyes with the nigga? Looking at the... What? Yeah. Hey, man.
Suck a dick. God damn!
Hold on. Oh, bet. Hold on.
Cheddar Bob DSG says this bald stand user looks like sucks.
With dick, with community dick. Dispose of that dick. Get rid of that dick.
Yeah, niggas is fucking stupid.
Why are you gay?
Yeah, man. Why?
I sat behind the guy and I saw my wife's face straight on. So I was looking.
Let me suck your dick, nigga!
So he's sitting behind the guy, looking at man ass cheeks, and his wife. So his bro, can you imagine, nigga? That is the most horrible, down bad, cuckified position. You're behind the nigga looking at man cheeks, and then your wife, like you see her, the side of her, like her eye and her. Oh no!
Rob 224 says, "Looking straight, ain't nothing straight about this dude."
That part, bro. That's crazy, nigga. That gotta do something to your mental, bro.
Fuck it is, dummy. Like, fuck it is, dummy.
Fuck it is, dummy.
Hold on, yeah, let me tab these Jones up because I do gotta see these. I gotta see these. All right, Breezy baby, what's the word? Welcome in. What's good? What's good? We're just learning about some cocktails right now. Not cocktails, some cocktails.
Fuck you and your little brother with autism, nigga.
Damn. Like, he actually might have autism, bro, which is kind of crazy. But what's good, my boy? What's good with y'all, man? We just chilling and vibing.
Breezy X Fierce says, "Fuck it is dummy. I missed your black ass."
I'm here. I missed you too, yo. I'm here. I'm here. I'm just a little. It was about what, 48 hours? Actually, what? I think 3 days actually. But what's good though? What's good?
Chili Baby says, "So you just looking at men's booty cheeks as you watch your wife's eyes roll to the back of her head as she's sucking and enjoying new dick?"
That's what I'm saying. Holy fuck, bro. That gotta do something. That gotta do something to the mental, bro. That, like, nigga, that's not. And you're already kind of not right. You know what I'm saying? That gotta do something to you. But yeah, we're just watching this nigga tell his story about being a cuck, and he has an ex-wife that has now died. We don't know exactly how the ex-wife died. We're probably going to get to that soon. But I'm assuming that he killed his ex-wife because of this cucking. And yeah, the story just keeps getting crazier and more gay. And oh yeah,
Cheddar Bob DSG says, I bet if you shine a black light on his shirt, it would look like a gay porno shoot. His many boyfriends look at him and say,
Like, why would you even want to come right there?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That too. That too.
In her face, processing every single micro.
He's a nigga.
She was emitting. She walked over to the guy, and she was so excited. The look on her face of excitement when she was coming up to him and leaning in, and she was like, I can't do it, but it was a look that I had never seen
$40
before.
It was $40 coochie. It was $40 coochie. Let's go, motherfucking 2 months.
Damn.
Appreciate that, Breezy baby, that ass. Preach. But damn, that's crazy. The way he's describing it, he's like, I was looking at her crawling up to his penis with so much excitement. Oh my gosh, bro. This is tough, nigga. No, he's not. Don't ever disrespect niggas like that, Crunk. She wanted round 2, cuck nigga. Bro.
In my life. To him. And she was so excited. The look on her face of excitement.
Look at this dick!
When she
Yes. And it's all for you.
That's dead ass what that nigga said, bro. And he just sitting there just watching this happen, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Real shit. That is actually nuts.
She was coming up to him and leaning in, you know, and she was like, you know, I can't do it, but it was a look that I had never seen before.
Nah, because I'm black, see? That's right. Nah.
Bro, imagine if the nigga that was like, you know, cucking his wife. Imagine if he did his own follow-up video and that was like his entrance. It was like, yeah, because I'm black. See? Oh, what if he is black? Bro, if he's black at the end of the story, high five for us. But like, bro, holy fuck, bro. Holy fuck.
She was excited in a way that I had never seen before in my life. She was conveying an emotion that I've never seen before.
Damn.
Let me
And
suck
that
your dick,
broke me.
nigga!
That was what pushed me over the edge. Because I knew there's no coming back from this.
No.
There's no coming back from knowing. This is a person who...
Oh, but your wife's definitely coming back for sure. She's coming back for seconds.
Kill that nigger!
That's what he was thinking when he said there was no coming back. He was like, yep. She's dead after this. I'm gonna strangle this bitch in GTA. He dead ass is like, after this, oh, what's up? It's fucking up, bro. But she's gonna keep coming back for seconds, thirds, and then fourths. Damn. You say, if the way you explain the level of happiness and glee in her eyes just to have her face next to different penis. That's tough. That's tough. No, he's seen the
Cheddar Rob
the peer installation.
224 isn't racist, but said the fuck is a BCC, Tory.
Wait, huh? No, he's the period. Oh, but yeah, that definitely gotta hurt. That gotta hurt. If she got then it was over.
If she got BBC, then it's definitely over the moment she put her lips on.
Why did Frieza sound so angry? I was just about to read. I'm like, damn, why did that nigga sound so aggressive? What bitch gonna fuck another man that ain't her man? That ain't black. Shit.
Poor baby is racist, but said I meant BG black cock DOM.
I thought that I have learned inside and out, right? And now I'm seeing that is not the case. She has been hiding this part of herself from me. Not hiding it, but it's just I've never seen it before. So that probably means there's a lot else that I haven't seen. Maybe it's my fault. We can argue.
Oh, of course. If you think you
Cheddar
just
Rob
seen
224 isn't racist, but said I've got it. We'll see.
Do that till the cows come home. But
you think this is
I was realizing the true
the worst
of how over our relationship was. And it was sort of like I had an out-of-body experience.
You want to get high?
Because all of a sudden I got up and I said, stop. And she got upset and she was like, what's the problem? You know, it's annoyed. She was annoyed with me for stopping.
Breezy X Fierce says, wait, watching this won't get you suspended
He's mad
again,
she wants black
right?
dick. That's really what this is. If it was another white man, he'd be okay with being a cuck.
You might got a point, but I don't. Maybe. And no, I'll be completely fine. This is on YouTube, and you know we can talk about whatever. Also, what I got in trouble for was literally kind of dumb. It was for emotes. It was as y'all can see, we still. We're not cuck. We're not cuck. But I want to say, as you can see, we still have our emotes or whatever. So they just took away the ones they deemed too sexual, I guess. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. For emotes, you giving niggas 24-hour bans for emotes? Why not just take the emotes away? But yeah, so they showed me the 5 or 6 highlighted emotes that they didn't like, so they took them away. So I still have all the other ones, and yeah, that's what it was for. And I didn't even know that until like maybe 5 or 6 hours later on. It was like maybe 5 or 6 p.m. after I was finished like barbecuing and shit, and I finally got the other email reply. And by that time, it was like, nigga, I'm already chilling, so I'm about to just clean up, play some games, and by the time I go to, before I know it, nigga, I'm going to bed, and then it's gonna be, you know, shit, fuck, 6 a.m.
I know I said that now, but now I don't. I'm taking it back. And I was getting more and more and more and more
Reincarnated!
I was getting more and more reincarnated. I mean, probably that ass. I was getting more and more. Bro, that was a good ass timing. That was fire. That was fire. That was fire. Bro, that shit dumb. Yeah, that ass some bullshit.
At that point, I was 75% sure that we were getting a divorce, but
only 75.
Saved it. When she was annoyed with me for stopping,
Why are you
went
gay?
up to 90, and then I said, you know what? Goodbye. It's over. You two do whatever the hell you want in here, because you don't have to worry about me anymore.
They were gonna do that regardless, nigga. What are you talking about?
His name is Chuck the Cuck.
I don't even know what his name is, but if that would fit him. But I'm like, bro, they were gonna do that regardless. You just wanted to sit there and watch your wife get fucking face plowed in hopes that would cure your fear of her getting face plowed in your nightmares. You see how that sounds when you say it out loud? I had a dream of my wife getting her face fucked and I couldn't do anything to stop it. So I'm gonna let my wife, well, not let, I'm gonna go watch my wife go get her face fucked. So maybe I'll see that it's
Tori
not a
Baby
big deal.
says this pasty white bitch ass is upset that she's doing exactly what you wanted.
Exactly what you dreamed about. This is what you feared and dreamed, nigga. Like, this is literally what
Cheddar
you
Rob
dreamed and manifested.
224 says Bald Temu Agent 47 looking ass Nilla.
Who called that nigga Agent 47 earlier? Face plot is crazy. Bro, that's what he's witnessing though, bro. And it's him. His words, not, well, my words. But like the way he's describing it, there's just like, oh yeah, the pure elation in her eyes as she's just taking it in, a type of joy I've never seen before. Like, damn, do you know she was like gobbling that bitch down like a hungry bitch eating a 12-inch at Subway? Had to be, you know what I'm saying, getting messy with it.
And I walked out.
No, you didn't.
Slammed the door
No, you didn't. You finished. And then you walked out.
behind me, and I walked down.
Tori Baby says I called him a serial cuck killer knockoff gay agent 47.
That's what you said. Yeah, that's what you said.
And I sat in the car. Nobody came out after me. I waited for 5 minutes in that car like a loser, like a pathetic asshole.
You waited outside and yeah,
Tori Baby
like a
says
fucking little
Go
baby.
And his on drugs.
He's on something, bro. Like remember, he did start this video off saying that he has mental illness. So he did lay that on the table. So, you know, we know he's not right. Whether or not he's using drugs while being unstable, I don't know. But either way, he's already, nigga, you're already way, way into the deep end, bro. Like the deepest depths, the deepest abyss of the deep end, my nigga. Like
Cheddar Rob
there's no ladder
224
or
isn't
rope.
racist but said he's so gay. His favorite dog is a cocker spaniel. His favorite bird is a cockatiel.
A cockatiel? I was like, what the fuck is a cockatiel? I was about to say, hold on, bro. Now you saying you making up words. Oh, but a cockatiel. I was just like, wait a minute.
5 minutes. I sat there waiting for somebody to come out, and nobody did.
Why would they? You're acting like a fucking 5-year-old baby. You want somebody to come out there and run after you
Fuck you and your little brother with autism, nigga.
Thank you. But yeah, what they supposed to do? She's supposed to stop sucking dick and run after you like, oh, honey, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? She gonna finish getting her face fucked and they gonna have a good night just because you're storming out because you're upset. You wanted this. You invited
A man look at
this.
another man's booty and want to jump in there. It's nasty. It's nasty.
It's
Hey,
nasty.
hey, hey.
Mind you, no one forced you to do this. No one asked for this. You brought this upon yourself. You brought this to the table. You were the one who you had your cards out and you threw down the, hey, cuck me card. You played the cuck me card. You did that. No one else was like, oh man, shuffled your hand and made you. You wanted to do this. So now that you experienced it firsthand, it's too much for you to handle and experience it. You want to be consoled and babied, and you want to be felt like you're, you know what I'm saying? Like your opinion matters. In the middle of them fucking.
Cheddar Rob 224 says, how the fuck is you gonna tell me about some shit you've never seen, bitch ass Nilla?
Dead ass. Some shit you ain't never seen before, bitch ass nigga. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy to me, bro. Why? I don't know why you think that was even. Why do you even think that was going to happen in the first place? Like niggas was going to run after you and care and console you.
That's when I became 100%. She didn't come out. I said, it's over.
She was still
I
fucking.
drove away and I went to a friend's house.
She was fucking, bro.
And I got up the next morning. It was one of those, that night of sleep was so awful because I don't know if something ever happens where you wake up in the middle of the night and at first you forget, you know. And
Cheddar
like,
Robe 224 says, look out for my new hit single, Baldy
so
Doesn't
wake
Know.
Up 10 o'clock, you know, midnight, 3 o'clock. And I'd remember every single time because I'd have to pee a lot, so I have to get up and pee a lot during the night, and so I'm a light sleeper. So I was getting up and remembering what had happened, and been like, every moment, every time that I remembered, it was like it was happening all over again.
Nah,
Suck a dick. God damn!
That wasn't what I was going to say to you, Breezy. But I was going to say, nah, you should have been here earlier when Yo was like, what'd he say? That nigga was like, he was pressing his girl, right? Well, his ex-wife. He was pressing his wife at the time, and he was
Look at this dick! Yes. And it's all for you.
That's not what he was like. Oh, God. That's not what he was like. But he was pressing his girl at, like, random times or times where she would just, like, I guess, like, be at work and just be like, hey, what are you doing? How come you haven't texted me back? Why is it taking you so long to text me? Do you even love me? Like, on some real bitch shit. Like, and I was like, bro, as a nigga, you're the husband and you over there texting your wife? Do you even love me? Why haven't you texted me back yet? It's not a good look, bro. So yeah, yo, you should have seen that shit earlier.
To see if
Oh,
she
that nigga
texted
was.
and said, I'm sorry.
He was.
You know,
He was in
I made a
full.
mistake. I love you so much. Let's fix
Full
this.
bitch mode.
Nothing. Every time I checked, nothing.
He was in his sassy bag. I ain't gonna hold
I
you.
wake up the next morning and I go to work. I stop at home first because I need to shower and change, and nobody's there.
So? She's getting fucked.
I text her,
Uh-huh.
and I say, hey, where are you? Are you okay? You know?
Yeah, what did she say?
Nothing, no answer.
She's getting plowed.
So I go to work. And I don't even remember anything that happened that day. I was just typing mindlessly, trying to take my mind off of it. But I just couldn't focus on anything. I was like, this whole day is shot.
How? Why? Because she's getting plowed?
I keep checking my phone. I've got it turned all the way up. You know, when you turn it all the way up so that you hear the sound? Nothing. For the whole morning. Eventually, 11 a.m. rolls around. I get a call from an unknown number.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's a sales call. I get a lot of sales calls, so I don't answer it. Same number calls back immediately after. No, decline. Same number calls me back a third time. And I answer, and guy says, you know, this is so-and-so from the LAPD. Is this Dan Henschel? I said, yeah, it is. He says, is your wife so-and-so? And I said she was. Not anymore. What's going on? She was in a car accident this morning. She's dead. And the whole world stopped around me. And I said, huh?
Now, I'm not going to hold you. Me personally, I'm going to have questions. I'm going to be like, all right, we need to investigate the car. Were the brake lines good? Was there any type of sabotage, or where anything could have been done to, you know, with the...
Why are you gay?
Was there anything tampered with in the hopes of malicious intent? You know what I'm saying? I would do a thorough scrub and investigation on the car before I just roll this nigga out. Because I'm like, all right, car accident. On off first glance and pen and paper, you'd be like, okay.
Why are you gay?
No, at first glance, you're not going to be like, why are you gay? But at first glance, you might be like, damn, yeah, that's just a tragedy. Car accidents happen all the time. That's unfortunate. But with the whole circumstances with them going on, and the cucketry and the anger and resentment and this, that, the third, and not wanting to be home all the time, and him knowing that she's like...
Why are you gay?
Him knowing that, like, she don't be home for real and is already accusing her of cheating, he might be inclined to try to sabotage the car in some way. Like cut the brake lines, or I don't know, is the sugar in the gas tank, is that still a thing? Is that still a thing that fucks cars up and make it go boom? I don't know.
Why are you gay?
Yeah, I would just investigate this nigga, bro. I would not rule him out. That's all I'm saying.
He said she's dead.
Not rule this nigga out.
In retrospect, I probably
You said like that sound.
But I didn't.
I see.
I don't know why. I said okay, and I hung up the phone. I think because it was one of those things where you don't really know how you're going to react in something like that. So I was just in shock, and I was trying to treat it like a normal phone call. So I said, okay, thanks.
Nigga, why would you don't
hang up.
Whatever.
And it was like the whole, you know, everything sort of went around me. My ears are ringing. It's like everything's gone. And I feel like Geppetto. I'm having an out-of-body experience. I go over to my boss's room, and I say, I'm sorry. I think I said, I'm sorry, I gotta go. And the look on my boss's face could, you know, she could tell. My boss is a female, by the way. So write that down.
What the fuck does that have to do about anything?
That you are, I could tell. Well, all right, she didn't say that, but she basically was like, she looked just as shocked as me. I think because I was conveying extreme shock.
Because you're a weird looking nigga in general, bro. And it don't
A
take
man look at another man booty and want to jump in there. It's nasty. It's nasty. Hey.
I'm gonna say you're a weird looking nigga anyway, bro. So it's not that hard for someone to see, if, you know, or to feel like, hey, you.
Why are you gay?
Not that, but to see, like, you know, if something's off or not. Your resting face right now, anytime I pause on you, it looks like you know, something's off with you. So it's not a shocker, bro. But what does her being a female have to do with anything?
And she said, okay, you can, you know, do what you got to do. I hope everything's okay. And I said, it's not. At this point, I realize I am crying and snot is running down my nose. And I realize I have to call the police guy back because I don't have any other information. I don't know where she.
Wow. So you're crying and snot bubbling, and you're like, oh, you know.
Breezy X Fear says, "Nigga, use a bitch."
Thank you. That's pretty much summed up what I was going to say.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on, etc., etc. I call the police guy back, and I ask, what the hell happened? What's going on with my wife? How
Tori
did she
Baby
die?
says,
well, now it's your wife,
bitch.
So now it's your wife. When the first initial call,
Why are you gay?
When the first initial call was, oh yeah, is this your wife? Was not anymore. Why? What happened? Huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, but now you snot bubbling, crying and shit. What's going on?
Suck a dick. God damn!
I hope that's what the cop said to you, because I'm like, now you over there snot bubbling and shit, and now you're concerned and want to be like, oh God, what happened? Oh God, yeah, I need information.
Going on. And he says she was in the car with the guy from.
Damn, you saw his whole face with the guy, the fucking guy. God, that fucks my wife's face. I guess she was giving him roadhead, and they lost control of the wheel because the neck was so good.
Previous night, this morning, and they were merging onto the interstate, and I guess they misjudged the timing of the semi truck that was also merging. They flipped over off the overpass.
Tori Baby isn't racist, but said El Malik that show y'all was watching.
And I realized.
What show? Oh, yeah. I'm like, wait, who? Yeah, so we watched the show. Yeah. It was, what was that? Something. It was about the gods. I forgot what it was called.
That face she made, that I've never seen her make, of excitement that I've never seen, because she's about to get dicked down by some random man.
The hate in this nigga's eyes, bro.
Excitement that I've never seen, because she's about to get dicked down by some random man.
This nigga's sick. He is sick, bro. That nigga is about to like. He's like, if a volcano was a person just erupting on the inside, that's this nigga, bro. Yeah, this nigga's right. He's still mad that she's dead now. This nigga, in his mind, she's in heaven getting dicked down by all these archangels. She's just over there riding holy penis on her knees, praying with semen dripping. Like, bro, she's dead. Why are you still angry? Bro, she's dead. Why are you so angry? That nigga's still mad, bro? You still mad, bro. She's gone. She can never cheat on you ever again in life. She can never suck another penis in front of you. Why are you harboring so much hate? That's crazy to me. Facts though, facts. And she's no longer here. Like, nigga, like, come on, my nigga. Move on. But that's how these real, I can't even call this nigga an incel, bro. He's just a weird ass cuck nigga, bro. That's how they operate, bro. They just fucking fixate on one thing, and that shit is their fucking driving force in life. Even though it's something as negative as that. Because you got a small pecker. Shit. I'm chapstick. I must say I'm chapstick gang to the death of me, but like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Look, you know what I'm saying? But nigga, you gotta move on, bro. You don't, first off, nigga, you ain't gonna never, there's no point if that, see, I can't even formulate a proper sentence. Like, why the fuck would I need to see another nigga fuck a bitch that I want to fuck in real life when you could just watch porn at that point, nigga? Why not just sit there and go on fucking Pornhub, watch your favorite fucking scene and just beat your millimeter Peter till you go to bed? I don't get the whole thing is like, oh shit, well let me just get in there and see it in person. And I just sit in the corner and just do it. Like, what the fuck? Nigga, you're not participating. You're not getting anything out of it. It's literally just like watching porn IRL. You know? I can't wrap my brain around it. That's like the best correlation or any type of rationality I could ever think about it. Like, if I ever were to think I can't please a woman or some shit, nigga, I don't need to go see that bitch get fucked live in person. I'm gonna go on the hub and handle my business, and I'm gonna go about my little weenie way. The fuck? And I'll still be the happiest as I need to be.
What we had gone out to eat the previous night, and we had a beautiful evening and said we loved each other, but even then, eventually I couldn't keep up that lie because I had decided to end it 12 hours before she died. So her parents are trying to coordinate funeral crap with me. And eventually I just said, listen, we got a divorce the night before. We said it's over. So I don't want to be involved.
Night before is crazy.
Okay? This is your problem. You deal with it. Leave me out of it. I don't want to be involved. And they said, they assumed that I was grieving. And so they said, no.
I thought I might be wrong. I thought voyeurism was when you kind of get off on the fact that you're fucking, but you have other people that watch you, like in public type shit. I thought that's what it was. But like, but with voyeurism, you're fucking. You're doing some of the fucking. Like, not some, you're doing all of the fucking. And you just have like an audience. And, you know, they're either like, oh my God, disgusted. Or they're like, oh man, that's hot. And you just kind of get off on the yays and the nays. But, you know, I don't know, I might be wrong. But yeah, voyeurism, at least voyeurism, you're fucking, right? Cuck, they're just like observing and beating dick. And remember, we learned, I forgot what video we were watching, or was it a video or a show where we learned I think it was The Boys, where we learned about the cuck fluffer, the nigga that fluffs the cuck. Like, I ain't even know, there's a level, y'all, that's even more down bad than the cuck. Believe me, all right, yeah, it's bad. He's the cuck right now, but there is a level even lower than him. Like the cuck fluffer. Bro. This fucking rabbit hole gets fucking deep, bro. Like deep and devious. It couldn't have been me. I would have laughed and move on if I let anything get that far. He weird and let shit get to the point of no return. Dead ass. The bro would have never thought to bring that point to me. These niggas build different. It's literally something up here. It all starts up there, bro. Something is not clicking. Voyeurism. A person gets arousal from watching others engage in sexual activity or seeing others naked. The focus is on the active. Oh, okay. So I did have it wrong. Okay. Cuckolding. A person gets arousal from their partner having having sex. Okay, so is the focus is on a relationship dynamic versus than simply watching. Got you. So the whole cuck thing is like you get off on this is your partner, someone that you are planning on spending the rest of your life with or you're romantically involved with. Voyeurism is just dead ass just horny peeping Tom ass niggas just like, hey bro, I don't give a fuck. If you naked and you outside with it, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get in on that. Okay, I got you. Now, thank you for the definition. You know what I'm saying? Because I did have it mixed up. I ain't gonna hold you. But I got you. But still, now with that proper definition, in my brain, no way. Because I ain't gonna hold you. I've been in a polyamorous relationship before. And, yeah, it was cool for the most part. And it was cool on pen and paper till it wasn't cool no more. You know what I'm saying? Once jealousy starts to get starts to roll in, or once it feels like favoritism starts to play a role, or when like certain boundaries get crossed, meaning like certain living situations start to change abruptly without the consolement of the whole fucking, you know what I'm saying, triangle, that's when shit gets sticky, and this when the poly shit all breaks apart and it becomes, all right, now fuck all of this. This is just weird. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, now having experienced that in my life, nah, much rather never ever have to go through like actually having to share my partner. You know what I'm saying? It'd be much better for everyone just to be open and honest. You can just have love for somebody. You know what? I'm just not going to be in a relationship with you because, you know, I don't want that to have any sticky bonds and ties where, you know, you feel like you're more obligated to someone else's time or you have to feel like you got to divide your love. I don't want that shit. I want love to feel unconditional. I want you to feel like wherever you gravitate is where you need to be versus where you think you need to split your shit up. We're never doing that shit. We're never divvying up the pie. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have this slice equally. So that's why, if anything, everything's going to be on an open playing ground. Never on some, oh, this is mine. But sometimes you can play with it. That's why the poly thing doesn't really work for me. Or why it kind of fell apart for me. This is why you have those old niggas in the club with the young wives asking niggas our age to fuck their wives. No bullshit. No bullshit. This is why they say if something is not for you, it's not for you. I didn't mean to put that emote. I watched this nigga put the crying John.
You know, come on, it's okay.
I want to say that's probably what this nigga look like. All right, yeah, let's finish this up. We got like 1 minute left.
Love you. You're a part of this family.
We can move on to another video.
A part of this family. I'm okay.
Run it back. What'd you say, nigga?
And so they said, no. It's you know, come on, it's okay. We love you. You're a part of this family. And I said, no, I'm not a part of this family. I'm nothing. She cocked me.
She cocked me. Wow, you're such a bitch ass nigga, bro. You're such a bitch ass nigga. A fucking child. A little fucking bitch boy. Little baby bitch boy. Wah. A woman can't cuck you, nigga. A woman can't sit there and be like, hey, I'm gonna go suck this man's penis. You're gonna sit down and watch me suck this man's penis, and there's nothing you can do about it as a man. Nigga, you made that conscious decision to sit down and watch that shit, nigga. You even admitted earlier to 2 times. Remember the first time he said he brought it up, a threesome, as a joke, and she was like, nigga, fuck is you on? And then he brought it up a second time and was like, wait, you want me to cuck you? So nigga, on 2 times you brought this shit to her. At no point where she ever was like, oh yeah, you know what I think would be really hot? If you just sat down and just watch me get face plowed by another man. I think that'd be super hot, Todd. You know, if you just let me just get my fucking guts rearranged by this black stallion next door. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure she never thought that. I'm pretty sure you put all these weird ass thoughts in your brain. Hence why you went to therapy, to try to purge the weird version of her out of your brain. Do you not remember telling us that like 20 minutes ago, nigga? So again, she did nothing to you that you didn't want to happen. You allowed all of this to happen, and when it happened, it was too overwhelming for you to handle. Sounds like you made a motherfucking mistake, my boy. You had a bad dream, and you said, oh, maybe if I just... What did he say? His, what's it called? Exposure therapy? Sounds like you need to talk to your therapist, and I think you need a refund, my boy. Because that exposure therapy just fucked you up. Yeah, you know? Sounds like you need a refund. Dead ass for all your time. Yeah, I could never. I very much, it's mine mentally. Homelander Jr. to the fucking T. Imagine if he had powers, nigga. Oh my god. Off the ripper, this nigga's a fucking villain. If he had powers off the rip, he's a villain. You have to get rid of him. There's no talking. He's dead mentally. Oh, my fault. It's my fault. Mentality. I'm sorry. Mentality. I'm sorry. I read that too fast. But yeah, off the ripper, there's no talking to this nigga, bro. He's like a Charles Xavier or Professor X. He's like a really bad psychic mutant of cucketry that you got to get rid of, bro. She can't cuck you. However, she can trick you. In this case, she didn't trick you. That was your choice. That ass, I'm like, bro, that was all on you, my nigga. You brought all of that cuck energy to the table. You're the one who ran with that narrative and literally made your nightmare become reality. You literally manifested that nightmare into reality. Unfortunately, that woman lost her life in a car accident. That's
No, I apologize. I forgot how slow of a monkey you are.
No, I'm sorry. I read that a little too fast. Sorry. You said mentally. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Sorry, I forgot. Frieza is in attendance. I can't slip up. All this cuck talk. I want to fuck. I don't know why I read that so aggressive.
What we had gone out to eat the previous night, and we had a beautiful evening and said we loved each other, but even then, eventually I couldn't keep up that lie because I had decided to end it 12 hours before she died. So her parents are trying to coordinate funeral crap with me, and eventually I just said, listen, we got a divorce the night before. We said it's over. So I don't want to be involved in this, okay? This is your problem. You deal with it. Leave me out of it. I don't want to be involved. And they assumed that I was grieving. And so they said, no, it's, come on, it's okay. We love you. You're a part of this family. And I said, no, I'm not a part of this family. I'm nothing. She cocked me. And they said, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
And I said, just don't worry about it. Okay.
Just don't worry about it. She cucked me.
That's it. She's dead. That's how she died. I thought telling that story would make me feel better, but it didn't.
Obviously, nigga. Why would you ever think telling a story, nigga? That's one of the things you keep to yourself. I don't know why. And like when you're watching this on YouTube as well, y'all, let this be an example as well. That sometimes you don't have to do a vlog. You don't have to video diary everything. You don't have to. Well, no, scratch that. You can do whatever you want. You can record things for your own personal, reflection later on, maybe just to get some things off because you don't have anybody to talk to. And, it's fun. Sometimes it's fun. It's therapeutic. It helps you get your thoughts out in a way where just having it jumbled in your brain, it just hit different. But there's a difference between using a video diary, a vlog, whatever you want to call it, and then posting it on the internet. So once you post it to the internet, now it's two things. It's up for interpretation. You got people that's going to sympathize, people that's going to criticize, and people that are just going to make fun, who don't care. So now you just left this all up for interpretation. You just open up another can of worms. Whether you care about that or not, I'm not sure. The way your mental is, it looks like you have way more things to worry about. I mean, well, you did start off the video saying that you started to get a little bit more emotion. So that's probably why you actually did bring this to
Tori Baby isn't racist, but said, I just have a question.
Why are you gay?
Now, what's his channel? What's his channel? His name is Daniel Henstel. Nigga, did you cut off your eyebrows? Well, if you guys want to keep up with Daniel Henstel, he drops videos. He just dropped another video 9 days ago. Yeah, he still drops videos from his car. He's still very bald, and he looks like he's still very much alone. But he's getting
Her
good.
Baby says, "Look, it's Cuck Dan."
All right, I don't know why I'm shouting this nigga out. He has way more emotion than I do. Anyway, so yeah, this is I didn't even know this nigga name was Dan, bro. That is actually kind of crazy. But yeah, that's the video. Moral of the story, bro. If you gonna vent.
King Trella Billy VC says, because I'm not gonna lie.
A man look at another man's booty and want to jump in there. It's nasty. It's nasty. TICKLE.
I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow all the socials on screen.
Why are you gay?
If you are, happy Pride Month. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're being very prideful. And yeah. Peace out.